Hey, wanted to make this hopefully quick video for all those who are thinking about considering joining Amartya master's tradition led by Aaravindha Himadra, the lineage of the sun, and who have certain doubts about this whole thing. Like, what's the story? Is it a sect? Why are they asking for money? Shouldn't this be a free thing? You know, the spirituality and self-development. And what's Aaravindha like? This guy you see on the pictures, the leader of Amartya master's tradition, the Sambodha thing. So yeah, so first, I speak personally from the heart, from my experience. I've just spent some time with these people, and as a person who doesn't follow any guru, doesn't follow any particular tradition, I just try different things and I go deep for myself within those things and see what resonates with me. And this I encourage you to do the same, is to try things out, to stay open, and as Amartya tradition teaches, to keep the heart open, to have undefended heart, but to have discrimination. And how I understand it is, it's to choose wisely what resonates with you, what will give you power instead of what will make you into just another follower and disempower you by giving you a guru. So this is what I would encourage anybody, and this is what I feel Sambodha is encouraging, is to empower yourself through knowledge. And that knowledge, yes, it can come with just on a drop-in basis. I believe that's what Aaravindha is trying to change in Sambodha, is to have, instead of people who want to just commit fully and dedicate themselves to this path, to the teachings, to accommodate those who just want to dip in and out and get the most for themselves, to make it more conveniently available and mobile, you know, for this world's needs. So first question, is it a sect? Well, I'll encourage you to look up the definition of a sect online. I encourage you to feel for yourself what it feels like. My personal definition of a sect is when people have something inside, deep within them, like a big lack, big hole that needs to be filling. Then they go outside of themselves and they search to fill this hole up. They search for something outside of themselves, and they usually find it in some guru or in religion, in Jesus Christ, in their lover, partner, and whatever addiction is. Something that makes them feel whole, but at the core it disempowers them. And the sect then uses that hole and generates free labor force for itself, to support itself, and generates loads of money a lot of the time as well. So that's my definition of sect. And my experience of the very little experience that I had, 3 or 4 days with these people of Sambodha, is that it's anything but that. But I encourage you to go in and explore yourself as an experiment if you're still doubting. Right, so that's out of the way. Sect, next thing, money. Like, why do they charge money? Or so I really like the answer of Ayana, one of the teachers I've met from Sambodha, close friend of Aaravindha's. And this is something I came to in my own experience of spirituality and being on this path. That in the old times, they had postmen, they had a coffee person, whatever, cafe person, and I'm speaking my own words, and that person who looks after different parts of produce within society. And they also had temples, and they had people like priests and shamans and medicine people whose position in the society would be that they're supported by society. Like, for example, a monk, the village brings in meal once a day to monks, and in exchange monks offer their knowledge to the community, offer some kind of spiritual sharing or something they've perhaps attained in their daily meditation, because they dedicate their whole lifestyle to the spirit, so they're able to give something in return. Whereas in our society, we don't have that. The way it's built is that everybody's forced in the rat race of just working their asses off excuse me, to just do everything, to earn money, and then we don't have time for the spirit, and we've outsourced this whole spirit thing to religions, to churches, and see what happened as a result. All the abuse and miscommunication, abuse of the power. So what I understand is that when there are people out there who are monks, are medicine people, are priests, priestesses, sacred people, if we resonate with their teachings, we come and give them an offering, because they dedicate their life to it, and they need to be supported. And do you know yourself the cost of living in today's world, and the generosity that we can give with when we feel it's something that will really relieve our suffering and help our spirit on its path. And I like this saying that every moment is an opportunity for a deep transformation. This minute, the next second. So yeah, something to think about. Money, spirit, it's a really good subject. And the last point, I just wanted to share my personal experience of Aaravindha, the Aaravindha Himadra, the pictures that you probably see a lot of, because he's like the main representative or leader, if you want to call him, of bringing Amartya tradition into Western world. I met Aaravindha as part of, me and my friend, we organized Conscious Concert in Ireland, and that's how I got the honor of meeting Aaravindha. And I told you that I'm quite skeptical. Not skeptical, I question things a lot. But I'm also a very open-hearted person. And when I met Aaravindha, I was just able to see something that I was always looking for, that I always look for in people, because I believe true spirituality is not when you're solemn and when you're just like distant and you sit on this little stage where everybody just kisses your feet and pray to you and honor you. Yeah, that's cool, but I feel equality is important for me. That you feel equal with the person. The person is not above you. You're allowed to question. You're encouraged to question. You're encouraged to have a laugh. to joke about things, to not be afraid to look at things deeply, to be real. Like Aaravindha has a life, has a wife, has his own beautiful things and challenging things. And this is the person who was just given the gift of sight, and he's just sharing the sight with the rest of the world, and wrote an amazing book, which I read bits and pieces of. There it is. Which I'm very much looking forward to integrating on a deeper level in my life. So yeah, I encourage you to not judge the book by its cover. Just like by watching this video, you don't know who I am, why I'm making this video, but just drop into your heart, feel the vibrations. Is this right for you? That's the only way to know. Your body always knows. Is this right? Or is this not right? Thank you for your time.